CHAP. 17. Of the number 2, and scale. The first number is 2, because it is the first multitude. It can be measured by no number besides unity alone, the common measure of all numbers. It is not compounded of numbers, but of one unity only, neither is it called a number uncompounded, but more properly not compounded. The number 3, is called the first number uncompounded. But the number 2 is the first branch of unity, and the first procreation, and it is called the number of science, and memory, and of light, and the number of man, who is called another, and the lesser world. It is also called the number of charity, and of mutual love, of marriage, and society, as it is said by the Lord, 2 shall be one flesh. And Solomon saith, it is better that 2 be together than 1, for they have a benefit by their mutual society. If one shall fall, he shall be supported by the other. Woe to him that is alone, because, when he falls, he hath not another to help him. And if 2 sleep together, they shall warm one another. How shall one be hot alone? And if any prevail against him, 2 resist him. And it is called the number of wedlock, and sex, for there are 2 sexes, masculine and feminine. And 2 doves bring forth 2 eggs, out of the first of which is hatched the male, out of the second the female. It is also called the middle, that is capable, that is good and bad, partaking, and the beginning of division, of multitude, and distinction, and signifies matter. This is also, sometimes, the number of discord, of confusion, of misfortune, and uncleanness, whence Street Hierom, against Jovinus, saith that therefore it was not spoken in the second day of the creation of the world. And God said, that it was good, because the number of 2 is evil. Hence also it was, that God commanded that all unclean animals should go into the ark by couples, because, as I said, the number of 2 is a number of uncleanness. Pythagoras, as Eusebius reports, said, that unity was God, and a good intellect, but that duality was a devil, and an evil intellect, in which is a material multitude. Wherefore the Pythagoreans say, that 2 is not a number, but a certain confusion of unities. And Plutarch writes, that the Pythagoreans called unity, Apollo, and 2, strife and boldness, and 3, justice, which is the highest perfection, and is not without many mysteries. Hence there were 2 tables of the law in Sinai, 2 cherubims looking to the propitiatory in Moses, 2 olives dropping oil, in Zechariah 2 natures in Christ, divine and human. Hence Moses saw 2 appearances of God, viz. his face, and back parts. Also 2 testaments, 2 commands of love, 2 first dignities, 2 first people, 2 kinds of spirits, good and bad, 2 intellectual creatures, an angel and soul, 2 great lights, 2 solstices, 2 equinoctials, 2 poles, 2 elements, producing a living soul, viz. earth and water,